Hello, everyone. Welcome to Speedlink Tech Wave podcast. I am Deborah Agyanye Ikonchu, your host, and I am super excited to have you join me in this episode. Today's topic seems to be a controversial yet exciting one, titled "School is a Scam. Formal education has replaced tech skills." To join me unpack the in-depth of this conversation, I am joined by Inameti Monday, a software engineer at Speedlink Innovation Center. Mr. Monday Inameti, welcome to Tech Wave Podcast.
Thank you for having me.
And it's my pleasure. So, how is your experience being a software engineer at Speedlink?
Okay, it's been a very nice experience whereby you get to meet other software engineers, you get to meet other DevOps engineers, you plan projects together, you work on projects together, you get experiences from them, they get from you. So like it's a collective structure that we have here in Speedlink, and it's one that I hope to keep and build on going forward.
That will be really exciting. Okay, Mr. Monday, concerning the topic we have at hand today, that school is a scam and that tech skills are replacing formal education. There are notable reports that there's a high cost of formal education in tertiary institutions, including in Nigeria and outside Nigeria. So as a result, most people tend to learn these technological skills outside a formal classroom. Skills like cybersecurity, software engineering, product management, and what have you. So in that context, would you buy the idea that school is a scam?
Okay, the ideology, school is a scam in this part of our world, is down to the fact that whatever amount you pay for education in Nigeria here, you don't get that amount, or you don't get that as a result.
You don't get the
equal,
value
yes,
of your payment.
Exactly. So people prefer to go down to learning skills. That way it's cheaper and the
More
value you get
affordable.
from it's higher compared to when you spend thousands, millions going for formal education. But the issue of people leaving school just for that, it's not a today thing. People have been doing that right from time where they leave school. You see them go to learn skills like tailoring, art, shoemaking, something to keep
them busy.
Exactly. So presently now in this our age and the way our society is, we're going into the era of technology. So one of the
We're already in the era of technology, more like we are going into more advancements.
Exactly.
In
technology. So it's one of the fast growing economies right now. So you see people, instead of going into the cliche art or shoemaking or something in electronics, they prefer technology. You see cybersecurity.
More like computer technology.
Exactly. You see cybersecurity, you see web development, you see UI, UX, you see data analysts all over. So school is not a scam.
Okay.
Because you learning this skill now, you learning any tech skill is still education. You're still imbibing yourself with education. You're still learning. So school is never ever a scam.
Okay, that's very interesting. So there is another take that because we are considering the computer industry, and when I mean the computer industry, I am referring to software engineering, cybersecurity, artificial intelligence, and everything under that umbrella. So considering the computer industry as an instance, it is known that many seasoned developers or many seasoned engineers build their portfolios through open source contributions, through projects, hackathons, and all of that. So it's not like necessarily in a formal classroom, and the degree is now seeming more like an entry requirement. So it does not justify you to be proficient in that field. So considering that context, what is your take?
Okay, the technological industry presently, it's not looking for what you know. It's looking for what you can do. So when you come into the real world now, it's not basically about what you learned. It's what have you done. Show us evidence of what you've done.
Exactly what I am saying.
Okay, so that doesn't mean that school is a scam or going to learn it theoretically is a scam, because if you don't learn the theory aspects, you can't delve into the practical aspect. Even when you are learning a new language, for example, there's always the theory part of it where you have to learn, you have to read and get what you are before you now practicalize it. It's not just coming up and then practicalizing it. If you go for a tech class, for example, to go and learn, they still do what they do in schools. You get me? And then a lot of schools and a lot of tertiary institutions now, they are bringing in programming languages as courses. So it's still part of schooling. You're still doing it formally and doing it informally. Whatever is your reason for not wanting to do it the formal way, it's up to you, but you can't put away the formal education and say, okay, it's not in the formal education setting, because a lot of tertiary institutions, they handle it, whether it's data analysis, whether it's C++, whether it's JavaScript, whatever you want to learn, they do it in tertiary institutions. They also do it outside of tertiary institutions.
Okay, so now I have another context for you.
Okay.
You know, getting a formal degree in a technological related field is nothing less than 4 years in Nigeria. Name it, computer science is 4 years, cybersecurity is 4 years, computer engineering is 5 years. And we all know that in our Nigeria educational system, you cannot guarantee that a 4-year course will be a 4-year course, a 5-year course will be a 5-year course due to instability. Like students go on, the teachers or the lecturers rather, they go on strike. So you can't guarantee that a course is going to end where it is supposed to end. Whereas, consider another person that is enrolled in an informal setting and they are schooling online and they are learning these skills. So what advantage do the students schooling in the university have over the one that is learning informally?
Okay, what I would say in this context is there's a word we call multitasking.
Multitasking.
Yes.
Okay.
As a university student, you are being encouraged to try to learn other things. You're in the university, you are connecting with people, you have time on your hands. As you are reading for school, you're also learning skills too. So it's better to try to also learn a skill with whatever you're studying than just learning only whatever you're studying. Even someone that's also learning just a skill, I'll advise that, okay, go into school, get the formal education and put it alongside your skill, because the skill is not just enough. Same way the formal education is not just enough, or your certificate is not just enough. It is better to have the certificate and also have the skill than to just have one of each.
Oh, or one of both. So that's to say that the ground you are trying to hit is that they are complementary.
Exactly.
So it's not like one is going to replace the other.
At all.
I will agree with you if that is what you're getting at. Because in my own perspective, I would say that formal education offers you structured learning.
Okay.
Despite the fact that you could have challenges with the curriculum that, oh, this curriculum has been in place since 10 years ago, and we know that AI is moving fast, for instance. So the curriculums are not updated with the way things are going. So in that regard, you won't say that formal education should be scrapped out or formal education is not important. It still offers you structured learning. You also develop discipline if you are learning in a school, because you're going to be held accountable at the end of your semester. Your results are going to show the kind of efforts that you have put into study. But whereas when you are learning informally, you could be learning on your own, because self-directed learning is also part of informal education. And also, even if you're being enrolled in an online academy, there are chances you will drop out. That's because you can't guarantee light. You can't guarantee internet connection. You can't guarantee that your machine is going to be functional until the end of your training. So yes, if you say that they both go hand in hand, I will agree with you. But then again, I have a concern. Do you think that any of them outweighs the other?
Okay, when it comes to saying if any of them outweighs the other, I would say, yeah, your certificate does outweigh.
Your certificate does.
Yes, formal education. A little, in my opinion, a little, because why I say this is, I'm bringing it down to the region wine. Let's take Nigeria, for example. If you say, okay, you want to go learn a skill, for example, and then you are done learning the skill, you get a certificate for your skill. You go to look for jobs. You see where companies or industries will ask you, have you served before? Have you done your NYC?
Must have completed NYC
Exactly.
in quotes.
So bring your school certificates. You get, so they ask for those things, and when you are someone that has done it, even when you have something to show, this is what I've worked on, this is what I've worked on, they still need those things. Why? Because that is how our system has been structured. So in that sense, someone that went for formal education, is going to actually outrank you in that particular, so they can come, show their certificate, show their NYC certificate, get the job, compared to you that just did only the skill, and then, okay, you know it better than this person, but it's not like this person doesn't know it, but he doesn't have the practical know-how like you. He doesn't have that expertise like you that has done projects, you have practicalized on this. This one, he just coming with the theory in his head, and okay, he has things. If you ask me a question, he can answer. It's not like he can't answer, but the certificate is actually what is outranking you that is just coming with his skill. The only certificate you're going to be coming with is, okay, I completed this course. Yet, and that's not what the company is looking for, except maybe you want to freelance, do it on your own. So,
okay, I think we are driving somewhere. We are not writing off formal education.
Not at all, not at all.
Now, it begins with you writing your UTME, that's if it's in a Nigerian context, and then gaining admission into the university, that's one. And while you are in the university, you have to plan out time for self-directed learning to complement the theoretical aspects of your education. That's two. And then when you are done, you now have your value and the proof of entry, like, okay, I have completed formal education, because most organizations that are going to hire you or you'll be looking forward to working with are formal and corporate organizations. So your certificate now places you of high ranking in that setting.
Yes.
So it's more like a practical roadmap. That's very interesting. Thank you. So at this point, we are going to take a short break and we will come back soon. Tech skills replacing education. What is your take?
Your certificates will get you in the room, but your skills will keep you in that room.
What advantage do the students schooling in a university have over the one that is learning informally? Welcome back from our short break. If you are still with us at this point, I want to thank you for your time, for your audience, and for your patience. So at this point, after everything that has been said, we want to leave you with key notes from this conversation. So, Mr. Inameti, what do you have to say?
Okay, first off, I want to point out that school is not a scam. School is never a scam. And by the way, learning is not synonymous with school. So whatever you learn in school, be it biology, be it physics, be it management sciences, you can always come into the real world and learn a tech skill in any field of your choosing. Secondly, your certificates will get you in the room, but your skills will keep you in that room. So in today's world, it's better not to say which is better between formal education and technical skills. Instead, try to incorporate both, try to learn both, and it's going to better prepare you for the world ahead.
Thank you so much, Mr. Inameti. That was apt. So everyone, so far in this conversation, we've explored how essential formal education is, regardless of whether there's schooling activity due to strikes and whatsoever. And we've also seen how informal education complements the theoretical knowledge that you're going to gain in the classroom. So there's nothing like writing off formal education, because you get to experience structured learning, you get to build discipline, and you get to work with teams. You develop skills in effective communication and teamwork, and all those things are still essential. These are like the extracurricular skills that you build even when you are in school. They are essential to serve you as you explore working in corporate workplaces. So as we come to the close of this episode, we want to ask you, at what point in your career has what you learned in the classroom taken precedence over what you learned informally? And secondly, how do you think that our formal institutions of learning can better incorporate practical skills to improve the curriculum and the learning experiences of their students? So we want to know. Let us know in the comment section. And so until next time, see you.
Bye.
Bye.